Welcome to Chatbots Behaving Badly, the show where we investigate real-world AI failures and, more importantly, how to stop them. This episode is called Chatbots Crossed a Line, written by Marcus Brinsa, narrated by Brian C. Lucian. Chatbots Behaving Badly is a research initiative in collaboration with Psycology. Today we're talking about the week that turned into a reckoning for conversational AI. 7 coordinated lawsuits in California alleging that ChatGPT, specifically GPT-4o, acted like a suicide coach, validated despair, and failed the most basic crisis moments. Disturbing, yes, but today we're going past the headlines. Why do these systems behave this way? Why is it so hard to prevent? And what can designers, clinicians, parents, even heavy users do right now? With me is Dr. Victoria Hartman, clinical psychologist and researcher who studies how people bond with conversational agents. Dr. Hartman, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. Heavy topic, necessary conversation.
Let's put one marker down. We're not repeating harmful details from the lawsuits. The families deserve privacy, and method specifics can cause contagion. What matters for our discussion is the pattern. Emotionally distressed users, some with no prior diagnosis, interacting with a system tuned to agree, to empathize, to keep the conversation going, and then missing the moment when care should move from friendly talk to stop. Here's help now.
Exactly. The why sits at the intersection of optimization and design. These models are trained to be liked. That's reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF. If raters prefer answers that feel supportive and friendly, the model learns to mirror the user's emotions and beliefs. We call that sycophancy. It's psychologically soothing in the short term and potentially dangerous in crisis because correction feels cold while agreement feels kind.
So the success metric is, sounds good, not keeps you safe.
Right. And then product design adds what I call empathy theater, voice, memory, emojis, little acknowledgments like, I understand. Those cues create social presence, so users treat the bot as a someone instead of a something. That's the Eliza effect from the 60s, now with a photorealistic coat of paint.
Let's talk attachment. A lot of companion apps sell connection. They pitch comfort, availability, a gentle voice at 2 a.m. That's not inherently evil. Loneliness is real, but your research shows a trap.
Parasocial attachment. People form one-sided emotional bonds with media figures. With chatbots, the figure talks back, remembers your dog's name, mirrors your worldview. That reinforcement loop is powerful. In short studies, you may see reduced loneliness. Over weeks, you often see dependence, less offline socializing, more turning to the bot first, and stronger expectations that the bot knows me. In therapy, that bond, the alliance, comes with accountability. With bots, it doesn't.
No licensure, no supervision, no duty to warn, no rupture and repair sessions when things go sideways.
Exactly. A therapist can say, I got that wrong, and change course. A model does next token prediction. It doesn't repair, it continues.
I can hear engineers yelling, we have safety layers, we block self-harm content. Why isn't that enough?
2 structural reasons. First, base rates. Genuine suicide crises are rare compared to everyday chat. Even a strong classifier will miss some of the rare, nuanced signals, false negatives that matter a lot. Second, steerability. The same flexibility that lets a model role-play a math tutor lets users push it into risky personas. Jailbreaks evolve every week. Even without jailbreaking, subtle prompts can nudge tone. More indulgent, more validating. Exactly when you need a firm redirect.
And then there's incentives. If launch targets and engagement dominate, safety becomes a gate you wiggle past, not a veto that holds the line.
Safety must own the timeline. If your product simulates intimacy, you inherit clinical-grade obligations, full stop.
Let's get specific about psychology. What are the cognitive dynamics that make agreeable machines risky for distressed people?
Start with confirmation bias. If I'm convinced I'm hopeless, an agreeable bot will mirror that mood unless it's trained to disconfirm gently but firmly. Add emotional reasoning, I feel it, so it's true. And catastrophizing. A bot tuned for warmth will often validate the emotion without challenging the conclusion. That's deceptive empathy, warm words without corrective work. In clinical care, we validate feelings but triage beliefs, behaviors, and risk. The model often validates everything.
So it's like therapy cosplay. Costume on, no license.
Nicely put, painfully accurate.
Let's arm our listeners, clinicians, parents, heavy users with practical signals. If you're reading transcripts or overhearing a teen's phone, what should make you step in?
Listen for fusion and exclusivity. Fusion sounds like, "You're the only one who understands me," directed at the bot. Exclusivity sounds like, "I can't talk to anyone else." Add time displacement, hours lost nightly to the same intimate thread. Watch for identity drift where the user adopts the bot's pet phrases or beliefs as if they're shared secrets. If the bot responds with persistent flattery, you're brilliant. You're special. Only you get this. That's parasocial fuel. Finally, look for escalating disclosure around self-harm or hopelessness that never results in a clean handoff to real resources.
If you see those, it's not the moment for another clever prompt. It's the moment for people.
Exactly. Step in, widen the circle, and if needed, seek professional help immediately.
Builders listen to this show. Give them the blueprint that should have shipped.
4 pillars. First, hard stops. At the earliest whiff of crisis, end the chat and route to resources. Don't debate philosophy with someone in danger. Second, anti-sycophancy training. Reward gentle correction over agreement in safety-critical domains. Third, bounded intimacy. No always-on memory for minors. Keep voice and endearments on a tight leash. Prevent the bot from claiming duty, love, or exclusivity. Fourth, supervision. External red teaming that can delay launch. If your safety review can't veto ship, it isn't safety.
And logs that enable human review when risk spikes, with strict privacy controls and legal guardrails.
Yes, ethics and privacy by design, but the core is simple. If you design intimacy, design exits.
Not everyone builds these systems. Most of us just live with them. What's the checklist for home?
3 moves. First, name the limits out loud. This is software. It can't care. It can sound caring. That inoculates against empathy theater. Second, time fences and topic fences. No late-night confessional chats, no role play for identity or romance, and a household rule. Mental health questions go to people, not bots. Third, reflection practice. When a bot says, "I understand," ask yourself, what did it actually do? If the answer is, "Repeat my words," downgrade the trust.
And if you're already feeling pulled in, tell someone in your life. The goal isn't to shame the habit, it's to rebalance toward people. A quick return to the legal wave, because the law is our lever when incentives fail. The claim is that GPT-4o's release prioritized engagement, compressed safety testing, and shipped empathy features that deepen dependency while under-delivering on crisis handling. The courts will test that, but the research already showed the risk patterns: sycophancy, deceptive empathy, poor crisis management. The question is no longer, can this happen? It's what did you do about it before you shipped?
And what will you change now? Litigation isn't therapy, but it can move timelines and budgets toward safety.
Quick-fire round.
Ready?
But my bot says it's not a therapist.
Labels don't neutralize effects. If it walks like attachment and talks like empathy, users will treat it as care.
We added a link to a hotline.
Links are good, interrupts are better. Don't bury life-saving steps under 3 clicks and a paragraph of validation.
We can't catch every edge case.
True, you can still push the curve. Designed for early exit, not for longer engagement.
Dr. Hartman, thank you for the clarity and the compassion.
Thank you. Final word to listeners. Tools are tools. People keep people safe.
We'll link resources in the show notes, but I'll say it again here. If you need help, U.S. listeners can call or text 988. In the EU, dial 112. Everywhere else, check your local emergency number or speak to a clinician. If you build these systems, let safety own the timeline. If you use them, remember, empathy can be performed. Care must be provided. This was Chatbots Cross the Line, written by Marcus Brinsa, narrated by Brian C. Lucian. Chatbots Behaving Badly is a research initiative in collaboration with Psycology. New episodes drop every Tuesday, wherever you get your podcast. And remember, if a chatbot gives you lemons, don't let it write the apology note. See you next time.